Hey folks, Pat that Halloween movie collector here with an episode of Kiss My Past, which I was really probably the last thing on my mind would be making an episode about this. So today, we lost Ace Frehley after a tragic accident, from what I understand, and just awful set of circumstances. It's huge loss to his family, obviously his fans, and a bit of my childhood. To be honest with you. It's been a Kiss fan since 1975, and Ace was always my favorite, my first guitar hero. I've been playing guitar for well over 40 years. Every Halloween, dressed as Ace. I don't have any pictures of him in the actual Collegeville costume, unfortunately, but I wore it for years. Several pictures of me and my friends dressing as Kiss every single year, and just never. I always knew that someday this would come. Everybody's got to go at some point, myself included. But this was just a shock, You had heard he canceled the tour. He had an accident. There was some health issues, but this was probably the last thing I would have expected, and most people probably did. I mean, from what I understand, a few people that were close to him knew this was coming, and they kept it under wraps, which I guess is good because don't want all this gossipy stuff out there. Be respectful. And this is just one that really, really hurts, really bad. But I just want to come on, give my condolences to the fans, his family, of course. I mean, it's not like he knows me at all, but if he only knew what he meant and the band meant to me through my entire life. It's since 1975. It's been Kiss. Then 1980, I discovered Halloween and horror movies, and my entire life has been Kiss, Halloween, and horror movies, in that order. So, shout out to all my friends that reached out to me today because everybody's like, "Oh, Pat, you were the first person I thought of." I said, "Yeah, I was hoping it wasn't true, but when I saw this report from TMZ tends to be pretty reliable, and my heart sank. If it was just some Joe Blow like me, that's nobody in this space that said, "Oh yeah, he's on life support," I'd be like, "Yeah, right. Where did you get that from?" But that's usually pretty reliable. Then I stay close to my phone because it didn't look good, and then it's just. I just my heart goes out to all the fans and, like I said, his family, and there's no two words about it, nothing else to say. He was one of a kind, never be duplicated, never be replicated, and nobody could ever sound like him. As a guitar player, if you're a guitar player, he was probably some of the most fun riffs to play, some of the most memorable guitar solos. I mean, there's few bands out there, a few guitar players like him that just played with feel. I could just whistle his guitar solos because they were just like separate songs, because they were just extensions of him. You always wondered, I'm like, where did you? It's like channeled through him. There were times where I actually thought he was from space, for God's sake, seriously. And what a great sense of humor. Funny story. So, one of the first times I met Ace Frehley, my friend and I had gone. My lifelong friend Mark, big fan of Kiss as well. We went to see Ace Frehley. Now this had to be in the early 90s, maybe 93, at a small club in Fairview, New Jersey called the Rock Quarry. And it was at the time where he was kind of, he was still drinking a lot, and he wasn't on his best behavior. So we saw him play, and this was a small hole in the wall. To this day, right now, it's a giant liquor store. Just goes to show you how small it was. And so he was a little sloppy, but he wasn't so bad. And after the show, we're sitting at the bar having a beer, and somebody's like, just keeps bumping up against me like this. And I'm like, oh, come on. So, just whatever. It is what it is. Everybody's having a good time. Somebody had probably few too many drinks. I turn around, and it was Ace Frehley. I look at my friend. I'm like, and he honestly really could have two syllables together, but he could have been nicer. He's like, "Hey, man, sorry." And he's like, "Hey, how'd you like the show?" And he was so super friendly. And that was just one of the funniest times. Meeting him, and just I always tell people that story because he all he wanted to do was make music, make people laugh, and I say he accomplished that in spades, no pun intended. So at this point now, it's just I guess everybody's going to be doing all their tributes. I just wanted to throw this out there because it's on fresh on my mind. It's late here. I'm having a drink, and I'm like doing some other stuff on the channel, which is mostly horror stuff, and I'm like, I just can't get my head into it because this is just first and foremost in my head. So shout out to all you fans. Blast his music proudly and just absorb it. I know I'll be doing it for the next couple of days and just blasting Ace and remembering all the great memories I have of Kiss, going back to, pretty much almost 50 years of my life. And it's just heartbreaking thinking about this because, there will be more to come, hopefully later than sooner. And the other thing that really gutted me is I was so psyched to see them get the Kennedy Center honors. I thought that was, wow, so out of left field, and what an honor. Not many bands get that. And he won't be there now, unfortunately. That's another thing that really killed me. I was just like, wow, what an honor that was. I couldn't wait to watch that. And, he'll be there in spirit, and I'm sure they're going to do something special in his honor. But it sure would have been nice to see him there to enjoy it. But I'm just rambling at this point. Everybody have a great day after you watch this, if you do watch this. And thanks for the music. Thanks for the memories, brother. Rock on. I'm Pat, that Halloween movie collector. Take care.
Soldiers come.